Hello, my name is Mike Sami, and thank you very much for coming back to another episode of one of our trainings. Today we're going to be talking about an organic wine called Albero from Spain. It's a wonderful, very light and delightful type of wine, and today we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to match it with a wonderful type of cheese from Holland called Parano. Today we decided to talk about an organic type of wine because until 1960 actually all wines that were produced mostly were organic to begin with, and then obviously to increase the production, unfortunately a lot of farmers had to add a lot of chemical ingredients to increase production and to add taste and aromas to give the wine the taste that they were looking for. So the organic wine that is produced today is pure and does not have as much sulfite as the regular conventional type of wine that's out there. So, and it's good for you, it's much better for health. And so we decided to talk about that and also match it with a wonderful type of cheese from Holland called Parano. So we're going to have a little fun here today. And Albero is made, actually one of the Alberos is made with grape Tempranillo from Spain, and it's a very smooth, delightful, fruity type of wine that can accommodate different types of dishes and also can be very good on its own. And if you are not a fan of a heavy, muddy type of wine and you like more of a smooth and fruity type of wine, and then this would be the type of wine to have. Albero has a very strong cherry flavor and taste with a hint of vanilla. At the same time, it is very smooth, very clean, a nice type of wine, and it has a very short finish to it. So in other words, there is no aftertaste, and it really does go very well with Parano, which is a type of cheese from Holland that has an Italian temperament to it, and the reason for that is that it is similar to Gouda and at the same time very similar to Parmesan. So it's a combination of Parmesan and Gouda cheese, and that's why it has that kind of a Italian temperament to it. So it's very nutty and it's very delightful in taste, but at the same time it is a wonderful cheese to serve at parties because it's definitely going to be a hit. Okay, so let's go ahead and taste the wine and see how it goes with the cheese. So put a little wine in here and our Parano cheese with bread right here. Very good. Wonderful combination. As I mentioned, the wine does have a very distinctive cherry flavor to it, also a hint of vanilla. Matches very nicely with the sharpness of the Parano cheese, and it is definitely a type of wine that you could use as an hors d'oeuvre type of wine, and because it's not a very expensive wine, you should be able to abundantly serve it at a major gathering. Albero is readily available in different shops and markets in the US and Canada, and obviously you would be able to see it easily in different markets in Europe and Asia. Now this wine is, because it's mainly a table wine, it's not a very expensive wine. You should be able to pick a bottle up for anywhere between maybe $7 to $12, depending on where you get it from. But the good thing about it is that even though it's not a very expensive type of wine, it gives you the impression of an expensive wine, because the taste of it is very nicely balanced on the palate, so that you would be able to really enjoy it with different types of food, especially with paella, for example, would be a good one with this, because it's a Spanish type of wine, and different types of light type of food. So I would pick up a few bottles from the local shops or major supermarkets, and have a stock in my house, so that if I have a surprise guest coming up, I have a nice table wine I can open up and impress them with. For those of you that are very careful about what you eat and drink, and you are a fan of organic wines, I just wanted to take this opportunity and let you know about our new book called The Right Wine for Your Health, which explains to you what types of wines are good for what symptoms. There are actually a lot of remedies that these wines provide, depending on what kind of recipe you would use with spices and such. And also it would explain to you what wines you want to stay away from if you have a certain type of challenge with your health, depending on what it is. So it's always a very helpful thing to have handy, and you would be able to find that on our website. But my suggestion to you would be, especially for the holidays, is to opt into our weekly free recommendations and tips that we have on our blog, which you would be able to get the web address at the end of this video. And this way you would be able to get a lot of information on organic wines for free. So I wanted to thank you very much again for joining us today, and make sure that you subscribe either on the site of the video or go to our blog and opt in, so that you can get all the wonderful information that we have available for you. We are going to also give you very interesting gifts when you do that. And also be sure to email me for with any of your questions that you might have about this wine or any other wine that's been talked about or that's available on our website, so that this way we can give you the information that you're looking for. And again, bonne santé et à la prochaine.